Well, hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the Gateway EcoFest booth number 20, and we are Green Congregations of Kenosha. With us today is Barry Thomas, our president, and Reverend Jonathan Barker, our vice president, and I am Rita Huff. I am the secretary. And so we want to just talk a few issues through today. And Barry, who is president of our Green Congregations, and he's also a member of Bradford Community Church's Green Sanctuaries team. And Barry, why do you think it's important for Kenosha to develop a green action plan now? And tell us a little bit about what a green action plan is.
Okay, well, I think we all know we only have a few years to do something about climate change, or we're past the tipping point and we won't be able to do anything to solve the problem. So we need to do something now. Also, Kenosha is at a point where there's a lot of new construction going on, new buildings going up, new condos, a new administration building. And now is the time to have a plan in place to make sure that we do those projects as environmentally friendly as possible. It's a lot easier to do things with new construction than to go back and retrofit old construction. So when somebody goes to build a new building, are we including all of these energy saving features that are out there that are available for us to do that? So that's one of the reasons. Also, and I know Jonathan's going to address this, we hope that there will be money coming down the pike from the state with the budget and also from the federal government. And those cities that have plans in place are going to be first in line to tap into those grants and into those funds to do something. If we don't have a plan, we're going to be at the end of the line. So those are some good reasons. We also are looking at having an innovative center at the old Chrysler site. And I think that is a place where we could come up with some great ideas to help solve our problems with climate and put some jobs in place that would be in the green area that is really going to be the future. So those are all good reasons, I think, why we need to have this plan in place right now.
Who would you propose would draw up such a plan?
Well, it would have to come probably through the city council, although it wouldn't be bad to have it as a county-wide plan with both the city and county governments being involved. There's a number of Wisconsin cities that already have plans. Appleton was one that had a very comprehensive plan. Madison has a plan. So there are plans out there to look at, but it really would be the city council or the county government that would have to put these things in place.
Okay, very good. So we need to encourage our elected representatives to move in this direction, huh?
That's right.
Okay. Our next question is for Reverend Jonathan Barker, who is the pastor at Grace Lutheran Church. He's the co-founder of the Grace Welcome Center, and he has been very active in many areas, fighting for the homeless and for the environment. And a couple of years back, he wrote a book called Jesus Would Demand a Green New Deal. And it says a story of why one Christian pastor went on a 12-day fast for the Green New Deal. Well, he topped that. Pastor Jonathan just finished a fast for 22 days. So what was your motivation for that?
So not only did I complete a 22-day fast, but 6 others joined me this time around, which was pretty amazing. The Wisconsin 7. And so 7 of us went on a 22-day fast to get climate justice in our state budget. Now, here in Wisconsin, our state budget is a biennial budget. It happens every 2 years. And right now, the budget's being debated. And there's an opportunity for this budget to have all sorts of ways to lift up our neighbors. Now, we're a faith group, and we believe, and almost every faith believes this, that it's important to care for our neighbors. And caring for our neighbors means, as Barry said, we need to care about them having a livable future, because we don't have much time to make big changes around climate change. Loving our neighbors means making sure they have family sustaining jobs in the green economy. There's going to be a lot of jobs created, and here in Kenosha, we definitely need manufacturing jobs. As Barry mentioned, the Chrysler plant closed, the American Brass is closed. Lots of the good paying family sustaining jobs in our neighborhood have closed. And there's an opportunity to get a lot of those back, and more of them back. Loving our neighbors means making sure our neighbors have clean air to breathe and clean water to drink. And these are all opportunities that our state can address through the state budget. So for instance, right now the state is pondering having an Office of Environmental Justice. And what this would do is make sure that the African-American community, other communities of color, indigenous communities all have a seat at the table, because there's going to be the windmills that are built somewhere. There's going to be solar panels built somewhere. There's going to be factories that build this stuff placed somewhere. And we want to make sure that everybody has a fair share of the benefits of this transition. And quite frankly, our communities of color have oftentimes in the old fossil fuel economy been the dumping ground for the most toxic things, the most toxic industries, the most dangerous industries. And so this is an opportunity to have justice. In the state budget, there's the possibility that we would have the opportunity to train people in family sustaining green jobs, including people that are leaving incarceration, including people that are find themselves in poverty. And again, these are jobs that don't necessarily require a college degree. And this is a way to get a lot of people working in good jobs that don't currently. In the state budget, there's also the possibility that we would add a lot of electric vehicle charging infrastructure. I myself was blessed a little more than 5 years ago to get a Nissan Leaf. There's a lot of great things about electric vehicles. One thing is they're cheap to operate. Electricity is actually a lot cheaper than gasoline. It costs about half as much a year to operate a electric vehicle. But the problem is, where do you charge it? I'm lucky to have a garage, but not everybody has that. That is a homeowner thing, obviously. Not only that, but electric cars they have one part for every 1,000 parts that a gas-powered car has, which means they take almost no maintenance. We have had no maintenance on our car in 5 years. There's no oil to be changed. There's no brake. There's none of there are brakes, but there's none of the fluids, and there's none of the fuel lines to go awry. And we've pretty much there's no exhaust pipes. All those things that have gone wrong in your conventional car, they don't go wrong in an electric car. So this is a money-saving thing. But again, how do people charge it? So having public infrastructure is a big deal. Home energy efficiency is a big opportunity in this budget. Here in Wisconsin, there's a program called Focus on Energy, and they fund things like putting solar panels and putting insulation in your home. At least 2 of us have utilized that on this call. Maybe all 3 of us have. Barry will have to tell us, but I know me and Marita have both used Focus on Energy money to get solar panels. Again, this is right now a program that benefits homeowners. How do you spend money on an apartment that you don't own? And how do you get that money back? Not only is Focus on Energy talking about doubling their funding, but also having carve-outs for folks that live in apartments and having what's called on-bill financing. So different ways to finance home energy efficiency, because at the end of the day, these projects save money. It's just, they save money over time. And again, so this keeps people out, this keeps apartment owners from getting these benefits. And then the last thing, well, there's 2 last things. There's the opportunity for water, and there's 2 ways to do this. We need to get rid of lead pipes here in Wisconsin. That's a huge issue. It's a huge justice issue. One of my friends, Troy Lowe, who fasted for 22 days, his own son was poisoned by lead pipes in his home. It's just a tragedy. And we live in a country that's poisoning small children with lead water. It's beyond words, really, is all you can say. And then it's not just in cities, but also we have a lot of our rural waterways are being contaminated with all sorts of stuff and leading to drinking water that's not safe. And so there's money in the state budget, both to get rid of lead pipes, but also to clean up and conserve our rural communities' water and land. And so there's a lot of potential here to not only tackle climate, but to have good paying family jobs, to have clean air to breathe, clean water to drink. And this is, again, as Kenosha this is a faith-based group. This is a way we can care for our neighbors, which we all want to do. So thank you so much for this opportunity. we look forward to working together with anybody that wants to preserve our environment and preserve our air, land, and water for future generations. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you. And that was well said. I do want to invite anyone who lives in Kenosha and would like to participate in our Kenosha Green Congregations group. We meet once a month. We have been meeting on Zoom during this pandemic, and we would love to have congregations and individuals join us that share the dream of having a livable environment that we can pass on to our children and grandchildren. The option of continuing life polluting as we have been in the past and continue today is just not a livable option. So we need to act, and we need to act quickly. We need to act locally. And so that's what we're all about, acting locally. We have been doing some work with recycling, and we have been trying to draw attention to issues. So please let us know if you are willing to join in the fight. Thank you and have a good day. Look at the rest of our booth.